Hey everyone. Does anyone else feel stuck? Does anyone else feel like they're not getting as much out of life as they could? I tend to feel this way sometimes, or at least I have in the past. And I think most people feel this way during some point of their life. Does anyone grind out long hours every day doing something they're not passionate about? If you do, it's okay. It's okay because it's just temporary. I can understand why guys who go to work every day for 40 years straight, punch in and out, doing something that has really no meaning to them, something that isn't rewarding. I can understand why those guys can become a little bitter. I've worked with many of those guys in the past. It's because they don't realize that it's on them to change their situation. So they're stuck in this never-ending mode of being pissed off at the world. This is a very unhealthy mindset. One of the things that changed my life forever was when I woke up and I realized that the only person that can change the situation that I'm in is myself. Only I can take action to change it. Not my boss, not my government, but me. To a lot of people, that may seem scary. But to me, when I realized this, I became at peace with myself. Because I knew that I had control and that I can change it. I've struggled with emotions just like any other person out there. But I can tell you that once I started to execute on goals and advance and gain progress, I completely changed. I became happy. I started to think about how I can change my life in a way to where I wasn't stagnating. I started to ask myself what I can do. What kind of skills do I have to learn? What I have to execute on to be able to spend more time with my family, to make a higher income, to live a life of meaning and passion. Every new year, people are always talking about, New Year's resolutions. But they're often quickly forgotten about and swept under the rug. One thing that you'll figure out while you're working your way to success, which I'm currently doing right now, is that we have to indefinitely fight the constant urge to revert back to the norm, the urge to become comfortable, the urge to be like everyone else. These are the urges that will lead you to a life of stagnation and ultimately discomfort, whether you realize it or not. Constantly challenge yourself, constantly learn, constantly be uncomfortable, and constantly execute on your goals. There are two parts when it comes to accomplishing goals, and one is figuring out what the goal is, and the other is execution. The hardest part about accomplishing goals is execution. But when you have clearly defined goals, it greatly reduces the challenge of execution. And these goals need to be of intrinsic motivation. you have to want it. That's what happened to me. I got tired of never spending time with my family and working 7 days a week, doing something that I don't enjoy to make somebody else rich. That's actually a lesson that my father taught me early on in life. And I'm grateful that he did. He would remind me over and over again and say, son, don't work to make someone else rich. It makes a lot of sense, right? But we constantly need to be striving to accomplish our goals, to be exceptional in all aspects of our lives. Leave a legacy. Do what you need to do so when it comes time to be put to rest, to be buried in the ground, that your kids say to themselves, wow, that man, that woman worked as hard as they could to ensure that we had the best life possible. And that people say, now that's someone who made a difference in the world. This is what we should be striving for, guys. And this is the year that it changes for us. Remember, I'm not coming to you as a mentor. I'm coming to you as a peer. Because I'm right alongside you in this road of hardship. It may seem like a road of hardship, but it's really just a road to success in disguise. Life is hard. It is filled with constant roadblocks. It's how we handle those roadblocks. It's how we pick ourselves off the ground and keep marching forward that really matters. Don't be the guy who has to drop his ruck before the hump even starts. Be the guy or gal that pushes through the pain and the blisters and the dehydration because you can see the destination at the end of the road. Because you know that the only way you will get there is by keeping yourself marching forward. We have control of it, guys. One of my favorite quotes in the world, it was attributed to a man known as Ralph Waldo Emerson, and it states, "The only person you are destined to become is the person that you decide to be." And there's so much truth to it. We control our destiny. So go out there, grab 2019 by the balls, have clearly defined goals, live a life of meaning and passion, and keep on stacking, guys. As always, thanks so much for watching, everyone. I wish you all a happy, successful, and safe New Year. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll talk to you later.